Hey there guys, it's Chris back with Houseplant Therapy. In today's video, I want to talk about why your aloe vera plant is dying. The aloe vera plant is a super cool plant. Everybody needs one of these in their house, and if yours is dying, that completely sucks because this is kind of like a super easy plant, but I'm gonna get to the bottom of this and help you. So welcome to the homestead here. We need to find ourselves my aloe vera plants. So we're gonna come over here to the plant rack. There's a lot of cool house plants over here. This is actually an auto draining shelf for house plants. So let's go down to the succulents here. And where is the aloe vera? Oh, there it is right here. So chances are your aloe vera is dying because of two reasons. Let's get this guy out here and take a little better look at it. So here it is. Let's marvel at its beauty. So the number one reason your aloe vera plant is dying is because you're overwatering the plant. Chances are your plant looks kind of deathly. Maybe it's starting to turn yellow. The leaves really start to kind of droop. And what happens is the aloe vera plant is a succulent, and these leaves are full of water, and they're just super porous like that. With a lot of succulents, the leaves kind of hold a lot of the water. And what happens is when you fill the soil or the medium with too much water, it just oversaturates the entire plant. And what happens is the root structure inside here actually starts to turn to like, it starts to rot, and that's a huge problem that you have with succulents. It's called root rotting. So what you want to do, I know it kind of sucks because your plant is already dying. Sometimes what you want to do is, I know that it sucks that your plant's dying, but what you want to do is stop watering the plant completely, right? What you want to do is get this in some bright lighting. So find the brightest light, find the brightest windowsill in your house. Maybe it's the south side of your house, whatever. And just let this plant dry out for like literally a month. Because if you've been watering it like once a week or so, that's too much. We literally water a lot of the succulents over here once a month, and during the winter times, less than that, like once every 2 or 3 months. It gets ridiculous because where these plants are from, they're used to like droughts and completely drying out. The second reason your aloe vera is dying on you is maybe you don't have drainage holes. Maybe your plant came from a nursery and the pot doesn't have holes. This one does. Also, what helps is to repot the plant in a terracotta pot, because this is a stone, and what the stone actually does is it soaks up and absorbs a lot of that extra moisture, and this big drainage hole really helps. These plants absolutely love these terracotta pots. I'm trying to think of what else. The other reason your aloe vera plant could be dying is due to inadequate lighting. So these actually like pretty intense lighting. So, and if we ever have issues with our succulents, what we do is we move them to a place in the household with more sunlight, like out here. This is our porch, and this is where like a lot of our higher lighting plants go. And the aloe vera actually likes lighting. So a lot of people think, a lot of succulents are like indirect lighting, low lighting. Not true. All these plants love light, don't get me wrong. Even like spider plants or pothos plants. We keep a lot of pothos like over there, and they're staying alive. But if I'm being honest, they would rather have more lighting. And all they're doing is staying alive. There's a difference between thriving and alive. Sorry, I got on a little rampage there. So chances are your plant is dying. It's turning yellow. The leaves are drooping. These are kind of drooping here. When the tips start to turn brown, this actually means that it can be burning up from too much sunlight. So what happened with this plant, it kind of died back. Then we put it in some brighter light, and now the tips are telling us that it needs less light. So we kind of just decided on this middle shelf of this rack here. I think we have another aloe vera back there as well. See it way back there? It's kind of a different style. There's a bunch of different types, and these guys like really small pots, but only to a point. If they're starting to grow like pretty large, chances are they're gonna need a bigger pot to kind of grow a bigger root structure to hold up the heavier plant. That is a thing. Well, I apologize for going on a rampage, but I really get passionate about helping people. Hopefully this video helped you on figure out why your aloe vera plant is dying. There's a handful of reasons. Chances are you're overwatering it. Check for a drainage hole. Make sure there's adequate lighting. If it's already like really in bad shape, you're gonna want to like put it in some brighter lighting and let it dry out for like literally 2 months. And some of that growth might die back, but what's gonna happen is that plant's gonna have like a second awakening growth, and like a section of it's just gonna be like, okay, we expended a bunch of our other nutrients elsewhere and we're ready to go. So guys, if you like this kind of stuff, plant related videos, house plants and fish tanks and all that kind of stuff are our lives, please subscribe. We love this stuff. We love you guys. So without further ado, subscribe.